Hey guys, Joe here from JCS-Charting. It's Thursday afternoon, the 28th of November. The US markets are closed due to Thanksgiving today. Europe is open, also the Dax, so we do a little update on it. What you see here is my Discord, and this is the main channel of the Dax. You find analysis on indicators. I try to write, if I find time, a Dax summary at least twice a week, or if there are significant turning points close by. Yesterday was one of them where we were trading that subcycle low, and we got that quite well. I post usually several charts associated with that, and for example yesterday, this is the M15 thread here. There's this nice bullish flag channel. Note that you only see this one here at the cash market. And for example, I came up with this inverted shoulder head shoulder pattern, and we got these targets hit there today. So once we just walk through here, for example, this is our M5 thread. I do updates here on a regular basis. I usually come up with the COH, which is the cash opening hour, because these expansion levels, which result out of the first hour, they can be quite useful in day trading. Yesterday, for example, DAX was at 19,220. I came up with this inverted shoulder head shoulder pattern, so we had that neckline here. This was a mobile update because I was out of office during that time. Here was the neckline. Then I provide my members with targets on time, and then it triggered just after hours, and I switched this chart here, this inverted shoulder head shoulder pattern, into the cash, and here you see this morning we gapped up straight away to hit the first target, and then later on we hit the 100% target on the dot here. We nailed that very accurately. We also looked at our M15 chart yesterday. There's this nice falling flag channel. You only see that at the cash. I came up with a magnet level at 19,262. I usually provide my members also with a nice description of it. And I said once that magnet is hit and we get a close above that green sequence, we most likely break out of that channel as well. And this morning we just gapped straight up. By the way, we triggered that here yesterday in the evening, or it was the afternoon. These are cash prices only, and then we gapped up and kept pushing. For instance, is our H1 thread, and I provided a magnet level here as well, 19,349, and this triggered, well, this got rejected first yesterday afternoon, but then that was actually overnight, and then today, this morning, we pushed up, and I said, take your profits at the min targets right here. That was 19,428. We got that level and rejected again. By the way, there are also like trading setups here. For instance, I just opened a long position here at 19,345 with a stop loss at 330. I think we hit already the first target, and this is for advanced members only. By the way, all these channels you see here, we have silver, platinum, the Euro stocks, the CAC, FTSE. I do them on the request only because I don't trade all of that. But if members ask, I try to have a look at it whenever I find time. And this is the last example now. This is the H4 thread of DAX, etc. chart. This is our timing tool. We have smaller subcycles in there, and yesterday I also gave my members that hint that we are most likely running into that cycle low. We are already on the late side, and we retraced already 50% of that rally coming from here to that high, and this might be a nice Buy. I kept saying it is a nice buy or a good buy, and I'm staying confident that a subcycle low is in the making. And this morning we got that confirmed. We had a rally of 292 points at the peak, which means Dax is most likely in this. And this is what it looks like if you know about timing. This is our H4 thread. It's a etc. chart. We have our timing tool there for the subcycles. And yesterday, just when we made that low, we retraced, by the way, 50% of that rally here from last week. And then we were a little bit late on the time scale already, but I kept saying it seems to me a strong buy still. That 50% retracement is very healthy. And by now this morning we rallied up 292 points at the peak. And this is usually what we are going for. These subcycles usually run for 200 to 300 points, and then we take our profits, and we are mainly done with this kind of strategy. Before we continue with the live charts, I just want to show you something, that everything here is 100% transparent. Don't get me wrong, not everything works. I can't give you a 100% guarantee, but a very high probability. This, for instance, is our M30 thread. That was from the 25th. This is 3 days old. I saw a lot of guys coming up with that here in red. That's Wolver Wave Wedge, which is bearish. And I kept saying, well, most likely we're going to test the upper trend line, the lower one, and we do a back test of that upper trend line of that descending broadening wedge. That we're gonna run all the way through here to hit that target line is very unlikely. That were my words 3 days ago. I marked these levels here, and as you can see, we touched that, we bounced. I'm not making that stuff up, guys. And then we came down here. This one didn't work as well. We went a bit deeper. I came up with that red sequence. And then Dax came down for its final touch of that descending broadening wedge. And here you see that double touch it made very, very precisely. And this is now the same chart live, cash, price levels, and it's still a 30-minute time frame. While I zoom in here, you see also that we were working with our red sequence. We had min targets of 19151 and 176. The 138 likes to be a turning point. That happens quite a lot. And that was really nice aligned with that upper trend line from that descending broadening wedge. And by the way, that only worked on the cash. It didn't work on the future price levels, by the way. You need to keep that also in mind. What is important now for DAX? 19441, that was our magnet already at the beginning of the week. That got hit, that got rejected here once, a second time, and a third time this morning. I assume while DAX keeps oscillating here, that we're gonna break that soon, and we trigger that sequence here, 19441, to run higher. By the way, we have also higher targets of that descending broadening wedge. It's usually for members only, but today is Thanksgiving. The first target is at 19616, 100% target 19701, which is a new all-time high already, I believe. And that sequence, these min targets also align with the targets of that descending broadening wedge. This is another H4 time frame. It's not the cash price this time. It's a JFD indication which runs basically all the time, like the futures do. And we got that giant bullish flag channel here, and in there's this very nice W-shaped bottom. I came up with that also in time for my members. We also have that magnet at 19,441, which got us a lot of points already. I think by now over 2,000 points. Just by trading these subcycles, which means we are trading timing, not price, and we are not that bad with price because we use our sequences for that as well. So the H4 also needs to close above that level in order to trigger higher and run within that sequence, and these higher targets are basically the same as in the 30-minute time frame I gave out earlier. The flag channel, the boundary is presently at 19,509, the lower one at 18,770, and that red resistance zone of course needs to break. Dax might stop here a little bit, or if he is or if bulls maintain that strength instead of running back and forth all the time, at some point after all these ups and downs, there's usually a pressure release, and that could go straight up out of that channel to hit these higher targets. And last but not least, our DAX course index, the real DAX, and we got so many back tested of that all-time high zone here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and DAX just left long tails behind, and this is usually a bullish sign of a real strong back test after it has been a very strong resistance over the last 8 months. Keep in mind that blue sequence here triggered, and just measuring the percentage, that would bring us 2.7, 3.4% for the min target move. And if that blue sequence finishes the whole move, 5.1% could be reached from present levels in the next few days. Note the first target here of the descending broadening wedge is 6.3% from current levels, so you can adjust these into your DAX performance chart. Yeah, that's about it. A bit more detailed this time. We just talked about the DAX in several time frames. Of course, I didn't show you everything. Watch that smart money flow, which is actually behaving as I was predicting a couple of weeks ago, and this might come to an end very soon. If you like my video, just give me a like or leave me a nice comment, and I see my members tomorrow. And I wish you already a nice holiday or a nice weekend. Thank you and bye-bye.